All right, so you saw the brief overview, and now you're back for the deep dive. Perfect. Because the game of being found online is changing. And I mean, it's changing fast. We're all moving past that classic list of links and into this new world of AI-driven answers. Today, we're going to unpack a really powerful framework for not just surviving, but actually thriving in this new landscape. So let's get into it.
First things first, let's just start with the most critical question you can ask your brand today. For decades now, the goal was pretty simple. Get your brand on that first page of blue links. But what happens when there is no list? Seriously, think about that. What happens when a user just gets an answer? A single definitive block of text generated by an AI. That one shift right there changes absolutely everything about how we need to approach being seen online.
And this whole new world has a name: AI-driven discoverability. Now, this is not just some new buzzword. It's a completely new way to think. Just look at the keywords here: select, structure, and trust. See, it's not just about matching keywords anymore. It's about an AI deciding if your information, your website, your brand is trustworthy enough to be handpicked and woven into an answer it presents as fact. So where do you need to show up in this new world? Well, the classic search results page, yeah, that's still one piece of the puzzle. But now you're also fighting to be the direct source material for those AI-generated answers. And on top of that, you need to be woven into the summaries that AI creates to help people make decisions. It's become a true multi-front battle for visibility. Okay, so how do you actually do this? How do you compete on all these fronts at the same time? Well, it's not about one single tactic. The source material for this breaks it all down into a powerful strategy that's built on 3 distinct but really deeply connected disciplines. The best way to think of them is like 3 pillars holding up your entire online presence. Let's get to our first pillar, and you'll see how this whole thing builds. This is the one that should feel pretty familiar to everybody: foundational SEO. This is the bedrock. It's not the new, shiny thing, for sure, but I'm telling you, without it, the other 2 pillars will come crashing down. You know, in the context of AI, SEO takes on this super specific and critical role. It's all about that technical and structural foundation. It's what makes it possible for any system, whether it's Google's good old crawler or some brand new AI bot, to even access, understand, and begin to trust your content in the first place. So let's be crystal clear about this. If an AI can't crawl your site because of some technical glitch, it can't read your brilliant content, period. If it can't index your pages, it doesn't even know they exist. And if you haven't built up domain trust over the years, it has absolutely no reason to believe a word you're saying. This is why foundational SEO isn't just a best practice anymore, it's the non-negotiable price of admission to the AI game. Okay, so once that foundation is solid, we can start to build our second pillar right on top of it. This is where we get into the immediate, real-time world of AI answers. We call this Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO. Let's break that down, because retrieval and synthesis is the key phrase. Retrieval is when an AI system zips out onto the web in real time to find relevant information for a query. Synthesis is when it grabs pieces of that information from different places and combines them into a brand new, coherent answer. AEO is the work of making sure your content is the piece it retrieves and, crucially, the piece it cites. So what does this actually look like? Well, it means structuring your articles with clear questions and really direct answers. It means using formatting like lists and tables that an AI can just easily pull from. It's all about creating content that is so clear and authoritative that it gets selected in that split second of retrieval, earning you that all-important citation link. This is how you win in everything from Google's AI overviews to the answers you hear from your smart speaker. And that brings us to the third and, honestly, the most forward-thinking pillar. If SEO is the foundation and AEO is the immediate structure you build on it, then GEO is the long-term architectural vision. This is Generative Engine Optimization. Now, this is a completely different ballgame. GEO is not about winning a single real-time query. This is about influencing the AI's core, its underlying knowledge base. The technical term is its parametric memory. Think of it as the vast universe of data it was trained on before it ever answers a single question. GEO is the slow, deliberate, long-term work of teaching the AI that your brand is a fundamental, trusted, and authoritative entity on a particular subject.
Think of it this way. The goal here is for the large language model to know who you are without even having to look you up. It's about becoming so synonymous with your area of expertise that your brand and its knowledge are just baked into the model's fundamental understanding of the world. This is the long game. So there we have it, our three pillars: the technical foundation of SEO, the real-time strategy of AEO, and the long-term vision of GEO. But here's the most important takeaway. These aren't a menu of options you can pick from. The real power, the true defensibility, comes when you unify them into a single cohesive strategy. Let's look at how they all work together.
This framework just elegantly separates the different timelines you have to be thinking on. AEO is for the here and now. It's about winning today's query with content that's perfectly formatted for real-time retrieval. GEO, on the other hand, is for tomorrow. It's about building authority so deeply that your expertise becomes part of the AI's foundational knowledge. You absolutely need both of them to succeed.
And here's how they all stack up so beautifully. You simply can't do AEO effectively without a rock-solid SEO foundation. It just won't work. And your long-term GEO efforts to build deep authority, they get massively accelerated by consistently being cited in real-time answers through your AEO work. Each layer supports and strengthens the one above it, creating this incredibly powerful and resilient structure. And please, don't make the mistake of thinking this is some far-off future concept. This three-pillar strategy is what you need right now to be visible in Google's AI overviews, in answer engines like Perplexity, inside chatbots like ChatGPT, and in whatever AI discovery channels pop up next. This is already the new reality. So, the crucial point is this. This unified approach is what delivers true resilience. By building a solid foundation with SEO, winning the immediate answer with AEO, and shaping that long-term understanding with GEO, you're not just optimizing for one algorithm. You're building a brand that is fundamentally discoverable by any AI now and in the future. And that really leaves us with one final thought to chew on. Being built to be searched was all about playing the game of ranking on a list. But being built to be discovered, that's about becoming a trusted, foundational source of knowledge for an entirely new kind of intelligence. So the question is, which kind of brand are you building?